No, don't know one. Good morning, Pudgy girl. Take this out for the chickens. Take it out by the chickens, please. Here, Pudge. Here, look at your collar. Come. I do. Tommy, can you hand this up to Grandma?
Yeah.
Or you better have some kid run it.
Okay, here. You have time to throw it up. Ready? Let me swallow it. Ah!
You found some eggs? Good. You know why the chicken laid eggs? Because this is what Pudge is doing to their nest box. Pudge is closing their nest boxes so that they can't lay in there. Okay. Just wait. We are moving Pudge and Royal to their new pasture. Hang on, Scott. Wilder, how did you get out? You have to get the chickens quick in their scrap bucket, and you gotta get out of the way because the cows are coming. Here, come over here. Stand back here. Stay back there. Tommy, call her.
Here, Pudge. Here, Pudge. Pudge, look. Are they okay?
Yep. Royal's just saying, this is my food bucket. I'm not willing to share with you. I'm the boss cow.
Yeah? Yeah, let's cut it.
I'm just checking everything out.
Pudge, come here, look.
It's okay, Tommy. You can just step back. They're just establishing their pecking order. All right, Tommy, you want to slip out and go get him hay? You'll probably need the gator or the four-wheeler to get a couple big pads.
Did the chicken leave?
What do you think, ladies? Go get your eggs. Did you hurt yourself? What did you do? What happened? Reagan hurt you? Let me see.
There's wood on the thing.
Okay. Yes. So Pudge does that. You have to pull him back down. Looks like Royal finished her food and is now going to be mean to Pudge. It's all right. Royal can be the lead cow. Pudge can fall into line. And Pudge has a little weight she could lose. And Royal needs to gain. So we're going to be okay with that. Hard to drive when you have a cat on your lap.
Can you hold my egg?
You can set it on the ground. Okay.
I don't want the chicken to eat.
No, he'll take it. This has to get shoved this way a little bit, Tommy. We need a pathway to get through, but we don't need a ton of room.
Mom, the roasted chicken's gone.
Oh, good.
Don't tell him.
Yep. Sure.
Mom, can you give me my basket? Can you give me my basket? It's in there.
Regan's on an Easter egg hunt this morning because while we kept Pudge in here every day, multiple times a day, she would flip these roosts up so that the chickens couldn't access their nest boxes. One of her many naughty tricks. The good news is Regan's an expert egg hunter. Did you find him, Regan?
Yeah.
Good. Get him in your basket.
There's a circle in the basket.
Wow, you got a lot then.
Making a circle.
Wow, Regan, good job. There's a worm in the bottom of this bucket. Some lucky chicken's gonna get a snack. You can get it, Regan. What, Wilder?
It's moving.
It's alive. Come here, Wiley.
Give it to me.
Okay.
Ew.
Okay, put your hand up, flat. Okay, hang on now. Let's go over here and you can put it in their scrap bucket. All right, Regan, put it on that tomato. Let's see if anybody finds it. Okay, back up. Let's see. Oh, she's eating it. She loved it. Gross. What do you think, Pudge? Are you happy to have a friend?
Oh, definitely.
You think so? You think it's warm?
I felt like
maybe.
it then. Where's the lettuce?
So the lettuce is already coming up. I mean, you need your magnifying glass. All right. While looking for eggs this morning, Regan found one egg up in the haymow. If you're not collecting eggs every single day, or your chickens are not well trained to lay in their nest boxes, or if you have a brand new Jersey cow who decides to close your nest boxes for you, it can be tricky to tell how fresh your eggs are. And you really don't want to eat one that's really old. So there's a trick that you can use to tell if the egg is fresh or not. So you need a glass of water. I had to come to the bathroom to get mine because my kitchen only has hot water right now. And you take your water and you drop your egg in. A perfectly fresh egg will always sink. An egg that is truly bad will float right at the top. And anything in the middle is not exactly fresh and not completely bad yet, maybe. So if I ever have a question, I float test them, and I'm always looking for sinking eggs. So this is a keeper. I'm out here this afternoon getting some cuttings from my currant bushes. I just read on the internet that I can create new currant bushes, propagate new ones, by taking a cutting off of my currant bushes and placing them in rooting hormone and then into a nice... Seriously? Well, before the dog and cat rudely interrupted us, I was telling you that we are taking some cuttings from our currant bushes and going to try to propagate them. According to the internet, I should have done that in late winter. I'm gonna go ahead and call this late winter. No idea if this will work, but it will not hurt my currant bushes to have a little haircut anyway. So this particular bush is called a black consort. Last year I tried a technique called layering, where you take a small piece of the branch and you bend it down and touch it to the ground. I staked mine to the ground with this, and here is this piece. Now, this could be problematic because it is not even attached to the other plant anymore. That was not ideal that that cracked off, but let me just see if there's any roots. And I think, wow, there actually are. Have a look here. Okay, there definitely are roots on this, so that technique worked. So I'm going to take this one and plant it in a pot as well so that I can move it away from this tree. All right, so we've got one black consort that we'll plant, and now I'll gather a couple more pieces here. So let's see, this guy has a lot going on here. Let's take one of these. It would help if my trimmers were a little sharper. Okay, that's 3. Let's take this guy here. Instead, I'll cut him here. still a lot on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off. And maybe... this is interesting too. Aha! I had another one and I didn't even remember this. So you can barely see here. Just adjust this. I have another one of my red stakes. This is why I spray painted them red, so I could find them. And I can see already that, look at, it's coming up right here. So this was definitely successful. It looks like on this same plant I did another layer, and I can actually see this guy is coming up right here, which is a great sign. So I'm confident that layering, that technique actually works, which is great, but I still want to try propagating from these pieces of the branches. So what I'm going to do for this guy, since it still has this piece attached and leaning over like this, I am going to cut it here and then put this back down to the ground and see if I can get another layering piece to root off of that. So let's see what we can do. Alright, pulling up that stake. And now digging out this guy. Okay, got a nice little guy out there that should definitely root. And now I'm going to take that very same branch and put it back down in the ground. It's even got one bud on it, which should help. And I'll see if I can get another piece off of him. Ah, there we go. Okay, covering it back up. Next, see if we can take another branch and lay it down. It's not flexible enough. Well, I don't think I can. I don't know if it's because they're still a little bit brittle, but I'm going to definitely crack them if I try to. Well, maybe this guy I can. This guy seems flexible enough, and he's little enough that if he does end up cracking, it's not a huge loss. Okay. Cracked a little bit, but might be okay. Let's get some dirt on him. Okay, so we have 2 black consort pieces with actual roots on them already from last year's layering technique, and then a bunch of extra cuttings that we're going to try to get to root. All right, next up is our red currant here. Next up is our red currant. Now this guy doesn't look quite as healthy. I'm going to see if I did any layering with it last year. I don't remember. Well, there definitely was a stake here. I can see the 2 holes, but it's gone. All right, nothing obvious there. So what I'm going to do for this one is just take the cuttings. Let me see what this one's called. This is Red Lake Currant. Red Lake. Okay. Because this guy does not have a whole lot to give. Well, this one. Hey, sister. This currant is an Indian coralberry currant that I planted last year. So it's young yet. And I don't know that it will have anything on it that I can clip. Maybe I'll take the top off of it. But that'll be about it. Still very little. All right, that's all we're going to take from there. I'm out of jars, so into my pocket it goes. All right, protection back on. Careful to make sure that I don't crack anything off on the way. Okay, looks good. Moving on, we have another Indian coral berry right next door. Oh, I take that back. American hazelnut. Since I'm out here, I'm going to take one of these. I don't know if you can do anything with this, but I'm going to try. Here is another Indian coral berry. Looks much like the other one. Pretty small and scrawny yet. But you know, it has a lot more branches on it. I take a couple of cuttings here. Just getting some clippings, ladies. Really? You'll enjoy eating currants. I bet you'd like eating currants. These are the cuttings that I got from outside. I'm getting ready to put them into these pots to try to grow them out. Filling my pot with just a regular potting soil. And then taking one of my cuttings, the directions tell me to cut the very top just below a bud and the bottom just above a bud. And then I'm dipping in a little bit of water and into my rooting powder or rooting hormone. Tapping off the excess, just tucking it right in the middle. I will come back through at the end and water all of these. It's a watering can. Anytime I bring anything new, they notice immediately and have a fit. It's my new watering can. I know, really scary. They're all talking about it. The cool thing is I can definitely see lettuce starting. That's super exciting. Alright, I'm not going to overdo it. Close its door again. And then I'm going to keep this watering can right here full, ready to go.